We live in a world full of misconceptions. Remember being a child, we used to listen carefully to what our grandparents, parents, friends and teachers told us, and we always believed them. However, people can't be 100% sure that they are telling true facts. Sometimes they retell a story that they once heard or just make up some things to sound more interesting. This is how misconceptions and myths are born. Today we will show you that some things you always believed in can turn out to be false. Do you really think that ostriches bury their heads in the sand? What does an expression Swedish family mean? What will happen to you if you go to the toilet in the cold? Today you'll get the answers. This is Tophype and you're watching top 10 things you always believed in that aren't true. Number 1. Belka and Strelka are the first dogs in space. Well, this is not true. Tsagan and Zyga were the first, but they died because of a technical failure. In 1950s and early 1960s, the Soviet Union launched missions with passenger slots for at least 57 dogs. The number of dogs in space is smaller, as some dogs flew more than once. Most survived. A notable exception is Laika, the first dog to be sent into orbit, whose death was expected from the outset. Number 2. Ostriches bury their heads in the sand when they're scared or threatened. Here's another alleged animal habit that has given us a figure of speech. Since Roman times, ostriches have been said to be so dim that they react to danger by sticking their heads to the ground. In fact, however, ostriches react to danger in the most sensible and obvious way available to a flightless bird capable of running at 40 miles per hour. They skedaddle. Many people believe having a couple beers before bed helps them to get a better night's sleep, but research indicates that this may not be the case. Although alcohol makes you feel drowsy, it may interfere with normal sleep patterns and impact both the quality and quantity of sleep you get over the course of the night. And also it's likely that you wake up because of the wish to go to toilet. Now let's switch to the Wild West. If you had to picture a Mustang in your mind, what would you think of? Probably a car, but we're talking about animals, so guess you think of a big, beautiful muscle horse with a cowboy on it. Unfortunately, the reality is not the same. Mustangs are small. Actually, this is a free-roaming horse of the American West that was brought to the Americans by the Spanish. And cowboys were not superheroes too. They were ordinary animal herders. They lived on the ranch and performed a multitude of different ranch-related tasks. Number 5. Everybody have heard that mice love cheese, but this is incorrect. Research has shown that mice will eat pretty much anything that has minor nutritional value, so yes, mice will eat cheese, but this is not their favorite food. It's no secret that in past people didn't have refrigerators, and maybe this is where this myth comes from. Have you heard that Galileo was burned at the stake? Actually, it was just a house arrest for publishing his book saying the Earth was not the center of the universe. He had to recount what he said due to the authorities. If he had been burned at the stake, it would have been major news and major history because he's a giant of science. Have you ever heard an expression called Swedish family? Probably not, but in some countries this means having several wives and husbands in one family. Guess you're a bit surprised to hear this, but this phrase actually exists. Nobody knows where this misconception came from. Swedes always get confused when hear such expression because they respect their husbands and wives very much and keep the honor of their couples. This one is for men. Have you ever heard that you can't go to the toilet in the cold? Well, this is not true, and in fact you can. In cold weather, your body tries to keep your core warm by constricting your blood vessels and reducing the flow of blood to your skin. This is why you want to urinate in the cold more often. And the last one, Othello and Desdemona. Some people may tell you that in the end Othello strangled Desdemona, and this is incorrect. Don't believe them. This misconception appeared in some countries because of the wrong translation. Originally, Othello killed Desdemona with a dagger. Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye.